These were the women who kept the country together and still operating as the men went off to war during World War II. While the iconic image is still used today, the work these women did meant so much more to them and, of course, this country.
We just did what we could and as much as we could, and to help get our boys all back.
To help the country to win the war. That was our main aim, to win the war, help the boys overseas.
For many of these women, this was the driving force behind them going to work in these factories. For Marie, this was her very first job.
My parents had a farm up in Tyre, Michigan, and so I was just a farm girl. I'd come in to help the war effort, and I turned 18. I came into Detroit, and I got my job.
Between 1940 and 1945, the percentage of females in the workforce increased close to 10%, and by the end of 1945, nearly 1 out of every 4 married women worked outside the home. Working in various factories, these women were more than just riveters.
And not only did they do things back then, but they continue to do things now. And what I mean by that is the whole reason why I called my chapter WOW, other than they were women ordnance workers worked for the government, and they did a lot of the bomb assembly, the ammunitions, the tank assembly, that type of stuff. That the lady behind this is the one that worked so hard for all the men that were gone. Yes, that was part of an empowerment, but it was a patriotism thing that she did. It had nothing to do with empowerment. And that's what I really want kids to understand, is that they were so honored by family and country, which is something sometimes we're missing today.
And that iconic image, still used in this day, had a completely different message behind it.
But the misconception is that today they're using this poster as an empowerment symbol, meaning a lot of, especially the other nationalities too, they love this because they want women to be empowered. But what the Rosies from the 40s did had nothing to do with empowerment. It was for God, country, and their family. It had nothing to do with empowerment.
And while many of these women came together from all over the country and from many different backgrounds, they woke up every morning and went to the factory for one purpose only: to win the war and make sure that the men they loved so dearly were returned safely to the United States. For Shelby This Week, I'm Stacy Sansatera.
Rosie! Rosie! The Riveter!